Yeah, Brett, actually that helped a lot.
So just real quick,
Yeah.
The Switcher Go, which is what you're using right now, right? That's got. Can you free up space inside that app?
I already have.
Well, you may want to after every week because that takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. I deleted some movies. I didn't think it would be an issue, but
it's got that iPhone might be on its way out.
Yeah.
It's just 16 gigs can't get you anything.
No, it can't.
Do you remember when 16 gigs was like jaw dropping?
Yeah.
Do you remember when 8 gigs
I remember
was
when
jaw
I got
dropping?
A 512 meg flash drive.
Oh, okay. So get this. I found this out.
Are you trying to talk about the floppy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floppy thing.
I'm glad we got that on video.
Floppy thing.
You're going to talk about the floppy thing?
Better write that down, Alex. Just write that. Yeah.
Okay.
So the image for the floppy disk on Wikipedia is too large to even fit on a floppy disk.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
Which I don't remember. Well, it depends on which floppy disk.
Isn't it?
32 megabytes?
I think.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Or maybe it's 16 even.
God, my images that I make for our podcast, those are around those are huge.
Yeah.
And they're not as detailed as they could be.
I do know that I have a 128 gig iPhone 7, and I know that the next one I get, which is going to be one of the X's, is going to be like 256, I think.
Yeah.
So, every device, every generation of devices, it hits a cap, and then the next one
Absolutely.
goes up.
Well, this one's a couple generations old already, so it's
yeah,
basically
sure.
done. Do you need a water too?
No, what do we have on this?
Oh, I'm looking.
No. Oh, you mean your own phone storage?
Yeah.
Like, because our phone right now is advertised as you have the space you need that you didn't know you needed.
This can go up to a terabyte.
Yeah, terabyte. That's
it can
yeah.
go up to it
Uh-huh.
with the.
Do you
with
have
the micro.
you have external?
We do. Yes.
Yeah.
128 gig is what our phone is. I'm only using half.
Yeah. I don't even come close to filling up that now.
I'm so used to having my old phone that I'm still deleting things like as I'm taking pictures and stuff. I just delete them.
Like I generally don't delete the videos that we record doing the show until they're 4 or 5 at a time, and I still have plenty of room. So those are 90-minute videos usually.
And those are also saved up on your cloud somehow. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Because I can get them on this.
I understand the cloud to an extent, but the iCloud is confusing.
It's very confusing.
And no, don't try to explain it to me.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like with Google's kind of got a little figured out, I think.
I'm sure it's not as complicated as I think it is.
What, Google?
No, Apple.
Apple? Probably not. It's probably just as less complex as Google is, because Google has Google Drive, and you can access that anywhere. Right. It also has Google Picasa or Pix something, where you can also store your photos and image and videos and stuff. There's a lot of options out there for Google. Google's well-rounded, and so I don't know where we were going with that.
I don't either. But
gigs and terabytes and megabytes and the floppy thing.
Yeah, the floppy thing.
What do you want to talk about next?
We got a long list of things. So, Alex, what do you want to? You want to talk about your prank and why it's not funny?
You want to talk about my prank and why? Not my prank, but the prank.
Any of it.
You did.
Any part of it sucks.
Josh thinks that this prank is
It's not
stupid.
even funny. It's
okay. So I mean, at least it's not eating a Tide Pod.
Okay,
That's
I'm not comparing the two.
Not a prank.
Well, a thing that's going viral.
Against
How
your
about
own
that?
bodily harm, it's a prank.
Yeah. Eat this. Looks like candy. Psych.
Tell me what it is.
So, all right. So there is a viral challenge going around right now called the hashtag Turkey Challenge. And what you do is you text your mother and your father or your guardian, or I guess even your significant other.
Go ahead.
And you pretty much say, hey, I was wondering how long it takes to microwave a turkey. And you're actually supposed to say a 25-pound turkey to make it more like, oh, my God. Because I guess a 25-pound turkey fits just perfectly in a standard microwave. Yes. And then if they don't believe you, you're supposed to have this all ready to go. You're supposed to send them a picture of the turkey in the microwave. Be like, no, I'm serious. I'm running out of time. I don't have time to cook it. I was wondering how long should I put this in for? And see what your parents would say. And I look at this as I read it a couple nights ago, and I'm like, Okay, this is actually pretty funny. I'm going to do it to my parents just to see.
No, it's not funny.
I think it's funny.
Like you're texting your parents.
You're pretty much seeing if it's a test to see if your parents think you're stupid.
I don't think that's really a test, Alex.
I think it's a test.
See, the thing is, I've cooked turkey. I haven't done a whole turkey. I've done turkey breast plenty of times, so it wouldn't work with my parents because they know I know better.
See, and that's the thing. You have to see if your parents know if you think you know how to cook or you don't know, or you'd be so stupid to do that.
But I don't. So what if they do think you're stupid? Is that supposed to be funny?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then you're supposed to take a screenshot.
So they raise someone
of the conversation and then post it with the hashtag. So if you look on Twitter and you look up these conversations, it's actually really funny. So I did it with my mom and dad, and I've actually got their conversations that I have screenshotted for you. I did it with my dad first, and I said, "Dad, how long does it take to microwave a turkey?" And he responded and said, you need only 2 things to do this. 1, tin foil to wrap it completely, and 2, the number of the fire department so they can put your burning house out. Hope this helps. Love, Dad. And I was like, well, damn, Dad, that's great advice. And found out later on that his sister, my aunt, had already done the prank with him. So, and then I did my mom, and I actually thought, I was like, my mom's gonna be like, oh, honey, this is stupid. You know what? Like, I don't believe you. This has got to be a prank. She believed me.
She did.
She did, my mom. So I was like, Mom, how long does it take to microwave a turkey? Her response, you don't. And I was like, well, why not? We want to cook one quickly for the podcast on Wednesday. It fits perfectly. I was thinking maybe 3 hours, and she said no. And then she's like, cook a turkey breast instead.
Right.
And I was like, well, will it blow up or something? How do I do it? And she's like, maybe you should just Google it. I don't think it's safe at all. Microwaves aren't meant to cook something like that for a long period of time.
No.
So she was actually like being serious. And I was like, have you ever tried it? And she said, hell no. And then I was like, I love you, Mom. Happy #Turkey Challenge Day.
I don't think
called me silly.
Where is the comedy in this?
I think it's hilarious.
How?
I'm with you there, Josh.
I think it's hilarious.
Where am I laughing in this scenario?
I don't know. You have a different sense of humor.
My parents think I'm an idiot.
Yes, that's funny. It is.
How do you want to prove? Why do you want to prove that?
I don't know. This is funny.
I don't think in your case with your mother, she ever thought you were stupid.
Well, and I asked her
No.
the next day, I was like, so did you really think I was stupid? She's like, I was very concerned that you would actually put a turkey in the microwave. Because
Either
Josh
way.
cooks. I don't. So.
I do cook. I do all the cooking.
But she told me, she's like, why don't you just Google it? So I know if you look up some of these conversations, though, there was one that that's really popular. That one of the first ones that it was a person asking their dad, how long should I microwave my turkey for Thanksgiving, or how long does it take? And he said 12 days.
What?
I don't
Really?
think you can put that in there.
I found out actually how safe microwaves are.
You know how unsafe they are too.
And safe
They're not
in what
unsafe.
context?
They're actually really safe for food. People are freaking out about microwaves, whereas all it is it's just friction. It's water molecules changing. I found this out from Neil deGrasse Tyson. He knows how to really dumb things down for people like me, to where I don't understand the big
Did you
scientific
say
phrases.
idiots?
Yeah.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, I get it. But it's like microwaves are actually a lot safer than people think. It's because they're called something that melts things.
Wave.
People freak out.
Radiation.
People think there's radiation. There's no radiation. It's not. No. It's just water molecules changing their element.
Yep.
And friction, and that's all it is.
I don't.
You know what it is? You put it in there and you push a button and it heats
People
up.
are freaking out about microwaves, though.
I don't microwave to cook. I reheat.
Absolutely.
That's it.
food
That's
I've
what the
already
only
made.
time I ever use a microwave is to reheat my food.
Well, I mean, if it's something frozen that is specifically made for a microwave, like
Well, then you defrost it.
no.
Yeah. You put the thing in the frozen thing and then you defrost
No,
it.
like a burrito.
I'm saying things like that, like the frozen meals
okay.
that are meant specifically for the microwave.
If you're gonna take the time to do that and it's frozen, you might as well just go ahead and heat up the oven and put it in there. It tastes so much
have a
better.
Okay, hold on a
You have
second.
toaster
does.
oven, maybe.
Okay, you put pizza rolls in the microwave, I won't eat them.
You
They're
put
nasty.
lasagna in the oven, it'll take you 40 minutes, whereas you put it in the microwave, it takes you 3.
Well, like a big old tray.
No, I'm
yes.
talking about a frozen lasagna.
40 minutes in the
Stuffer
oven?
stuff.
Okay, that's
Stuffers.
also some kind of brand freaking frozen dinner versus like making it from scratch and it
I was
tasting
talking
amazing.
about frozen meals.
He was talking about frozen meals.
I wasn't
He
talking
was
about making
talking
things
about
from
that.
scratch. If you're making things from scratch, absolutely cook. Don't microwave things like that. Goodness, Alex. You jumped over.
But to your point, if the instructions on the back list conventional oven and microwave, it absolutely tastes better in the oven. I will agree with you.
Oh,
there.
yes. Yes.
I don't think anybody would argue with that.
There's a meme I saw of someone saying, it was some girl saying, get you a man who will put pizza rolls in the oven opposed to the microwave because he knows good things take time.
I agree with that.
All right. Yeah.
I'll wait 15 minutes versus 3 minutes.
Well, not even 3. It's like 90 seconds.
Or
And
whatever.
Our
It's-
microwave's pretty
it's-
hefty.
Or
You probably have like 1,000 watt or more.
1400.
1400.
Wow.
It's, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got the
I have
1400
to
watt.
go to a website to downgrade my times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called microwave watt.
Do you use the power setting?
No, I
What?
leave it as
you
it
know,
is.
you could use the power setting and it would be easier.
Oh, change it, downgrade my microwave to a different wattage
basically,
level.
If I'm reheating something,
You mean like the power level?
Yeah.
if I'm reheating something, I always put it at like power level 8 versus full power.
Do all microwaves have that same kind of?
I
I think
so.
they all do.
I've,
They have a power like
I've
that
never
power
seen
button.
I've never seen a.
I've never messed with
So
one.
here's the thing though, like a lot of microwaves, you hit the 1, it starts it up for 1 minute.
A minute,
Mhm.
yeah.
So what you have to do is like on mine, I have to hit time cook, put
And
in
then-
the amount
yeah,
of time,
yeah.
and then hit the power level button, put the power level that I want, and then hit start.
That's a lot of steps.
Not when you just pop it out. It's pretty easy. But the thing is, if you do full power, a lot of times the outsides get
Mhm.
burnt and
Yeah.
hard and hot, and the inside is still cold.
Which is why you adjust your time settings.
Or
You have to
Or
know
you
your
just
microwave.
take it out,
or your
stir it up,
power
and then you put
setting.
it back in.
It depends on what it is. You can't do that with a piece of pizza.
Can't do that with steamed broccoli.
Yeah, you can.
Can't open it up and
You
stir
can't
it. And
do
You
it
take
with
it out
a-
and you shake it up a little bit. You put the bag back.
Oh, okay.
You can't do it with a piece of pizza.
You can flip it.
You flip it.
Turn it upside down.
Okay, how
Yeah.
stupid is this? How stupid is this direction on a microwave thing on the back of a box? It says, "Okay, after you put the item back in, turn it counterclockwise this amount." Some microwaves don't
It's
turn, I guess.
I don't know.
What's this?
I've always noticed too. Some microwaves, you start it up, it'll turn counterclockwise.
And then it'll do the opposite.
the next time it's
Yeah.
clockwise.
I think ours does that.
You
You
know,
guys stare at the microwave too long.
I
it's gonna
need-
hurt your
I need-
eyes.
I need to clean mine. It's disgusting.
Ah, microwaves can get really gross.
Yeah, I know.
It's really easy to
You
clean
know,
them.
it is, and I just got to do it. But they also make splatterproof trays.
They do.
and
Yeah.
I haven't bought one yet.
Yeah,
It's
you
simply
just,
a bowl that
my
goes on
grandma,
top of
yeah,
your
my
Pretty much.
grandma has one for hers. It's really easy. It's just set it on top.
Yeah, yeah. And microwaves can get really nasty.
They can.
All right.
Especially
Okay,
any-
let's get off this freaking
any
microwave.
microwave in a break room.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what's next?
What's next?
We were talking about pranks. Wow.
Yeah,
That was pretty
pranks.
awesome.
So go do the hashtag turkey challenge, and if you actually do it, post it on our social media.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about appliances. Why don't we go to your
All right.
let's segue into that.
So in my apartment, I have a washer and dryer. I have small.
Mm-hmm.
The washer is a top load, but it's in a closet, so it's not a full size washer. And it was leaking the other day. So I'm like, gosh darn it. So I call the maintenance. They come in. They call me later. They're like, yeah, we had to order you a new one. I'm like, okay. I'm like, am I going to get a new one or am I going to get some refurb? You know? And as far as I know, I come home, the thing's on the doorknob. I come in, brand new top loading washer with all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
And it even has buttons to like preload or preset conditions for jeans and towels and whites and heavies and
Nice.
bulkies and all that stuff. And it's just great. And I'm like, I love getting new appliances that I don't have to pay for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Those
Absolutely.
are the perks of having an apartment.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really hoping my dryer breaks soon too. Because the problem with my dryer is that it's so old, it's either going to last forever,
Oh.
you know?
Yeah, like the way they used to make appliances.
Exactly.
Really
Solid,
good.
You know, so
Oh my gosh.
who knows what how long I'll be
No,
stuck with that one.
I wonder, is it because we have grown into a manufacturing kind of community? Is that why a lot of appliances are crappy these days?
No, it's because they break to make you buy more.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
That's a conspiracy theory, but
Well, that's my theory.
a lot of it is more electronic versus mechanical.
okay.
You know.
Okay.
I think that, and I'm going to sound like an old fart, but I think that things that were made back in the day, like certain things, sewing machines, some cars, some appliances that are still around, like that's because they were made well.
mechanical, and they're made. You know, they weren't for the cheapest part possible.
Mhm.
Right.
Like, a lot
Lowest
of
bidder.
They weren't the steel.
a lot of the more electronics you have, the more motherboards and stuff that can fry, versus just a knob.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I know I'm no engineer about designing appliances, but yeah, it does feel like they're just, and this is not just appliances, electronics too, TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff isn't made to last 20 years. It's made to last 3 to 4.
It is. Yes. Yeah. I'm sharing our other link, Alex, by the way,
Okay, that's fine.
because that wasn't because we had to restart our YouTube video, so that might be why we have less viewers right now. So yeah, new appliances are great.
Have
Alex,
y'all ever got a new appliance?
we need to buy a new
We need to-
Keurig.
Buy a new vacuum.
I remember.
Oh,
you said the
yeah.
vacuum.
Yes, vacuum finally took a crap. So we're talking about like not going for the cheapest buy, but we're looking at Black Friday because vacuums are usually like they're marked down pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And our last vacuum, that one which I loved, was a Black Friday one.
It was.
And the only reason it took a crap is because Josh decided to be a nice husband and vacuum one day for me, and he ran over the freaking cord and broke the cord.
Sorry.
How does that happen?
What?
How does that happen, Josh?
How does running over it break it?
The cord was obviously made cheaper,
I guess.
made by the lowest bidder.
I don't know. It tore the crap out of the cord.
It did. It did. Yeah. And so Alex just put some.
I put some
Wire tape around it?
tape around it, turned it on, it worked. So, and it lasted another 6 months, and now it's dead.
Yeah.
Won't even I made it to last week. I made it to the podcast room, and all of a sudden
then
like
it broke.
it wasn't sucking,
Mhm.
and then it just went. Vroom.
It's
And
gone
then
from
click, 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 click,
suck
click.
to blow.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Speaking of all right. So you mentioned maintenance. So speaking of maintenance.
Oh.
I did.
Oh yeah.
We already
So
talked
we
about
talked.
that, didn't we?
No, because this
Oh,
just
the other
happened.
thing, the other
so,
thing.
all right. Last week we talked about how we had a maintenance problem, or
With
not
the
maintenance
door.
with the door handle. So we have a critter in our wall.
Yeah.
We have a freaking critter in our wall.
We did.
Josh on what's today? So this was Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Monday night, Josh gets off work and comes home, and I'm on the couch taking a nap, and Josh is like, "Do you hear that? It just it just sounds like that." I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, is one of the cats stuck in the closet or something? Like, that's just what it sounds like.
It's happened.
So we're looking around like, there's Snickers, there's nothing. No, all the animals are right here accounted for. So we're like, okay, well, it's probably nothing. It's probably like a tree branch, because the walls in our apartment are super thin. Like, it's probably just a tree branch or something scraping up against the wall. It's fine. And then all of a sudden, like 3 hours later, we just hear,
Just got worse.
it got worse and really loud and in the same spot. And you just see Alex, the cat, just
She
staring.
went to the corner
She
where
went
it was
to the
happening.
corner and just staring like a pointer, like right here. It's right here, guys.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
Yep.
And I was just like, you hear that? And then it paused, and you just hear. I'm like, freaking thing is huge. So, and our wall right there is super hollow and super thin. So I'm like putting my hand up against it, and you can feel it. Like it's like at least this big. Like
Yeah.
it's not a mouse. It's something. It's either a squirrel or a big rat.
So we called maintenance over, and
He
this
comes
is after
over.
hours, of course.
Yeah, he comes over and he goes, I've been here like 17 years and I've never seen this happen before. And, well, I mean, it's probably just going to die. I'm like, well, what are you going to do about it?
What did you want him to? He's not gonna.
What am I know, but what am I supposed to do?
We
Do
wanted
I-
assurance that it was reported at
Yeah,
least,
report
because
in
if this
case-
creature is able to dig through the wall,
But,
Yeah.
But
it's on them.
inside the wall, there's nothing he can do.
Right, but
Like, there could be wiring or something you could chew on.
that too. If he needs, because he
Do
knows
you
the
want
location.
him to
of
climb
stuff.
into the wall and retrieve the critter? What do you want him to do?
Make
I-
a report.
That's fine,
yeah.
but he's not
I
going to
wasn't-
be able to do anything about
I
it.
We
wasn't
wouldn't expect-
expecting him to do anything. I just wanted to be like, hey, you hear and see what I'm saying and hearing here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if something happens in this house due to possible vermin,
Mhm.
Vermin.
It's not my fault. It's reported somewhere.
Yes.
So, anyways, he's like, yeah, and I don't even know how he would have gotten in because we went out around the outside. There's a pipe that goes like from the bottom of our apartment, but it doesn't go into our house.
You know, rats can get through.
Oh, they can get through
About
anything.
a hole
They
about
can
the
get-
size of a quarter.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
if they're what is it? Just their skull, like just their actually no, I think their skull collapses too.
Maybe.
I
They
know,
can
I
get
don't think so.
through-
They're just the rest of their body's made out of fat,
It absolutely.
so
is.
they're just able to go whoop.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I mean, this is a big animal, and it wouldn't stop. So I was like, all right, well, we might as well just call maintenance. But yeah, I've got it on video. Like there's a freaking critter in our wall.
Is
Yeah.
your friend still having Thanksgiving dinner with you tomorrow?
As far as I know.
Ask her about having a critter in her walls.
Did that
Okay.
happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Don't forget.
All right.
People don't forget.
Well, I'm sure it'll come up at tomorrow at dinner anyway.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. But yeah. So we had a critter in our wall.
Yeah.
We might still have the. I banged on the wall a few times and I don't hear anything.
You ever
anymore.
have a
It's probably
creature in
dead.
your house? As a kid?
A bird got into the house.
Oh really?
I've had the bat thing.
And I don't think we ever had a bat in the house.
Yeah. We had a legitimate chimney in our house when I was, well, one of our houses. I've grown up in many houses. One of them had a full legit chimney for working fireplace, everything. That's how we figured it got in. But I remember waking up middle of the night, my sister waking me up saying, there's a bat in the house. You need to get out. So I remember looking up in the corner and seeing it in my room.
That's scary.
Flipping out. Yeah. Apparently my dad, do you ever see, Uncle Buck? I think that's,
I've seen parts of it.
I
but
think
haven't
that's the
No,
movie.
is it Black Sheep?
seen- It is Black Sheep.
Black?
it is.
No, Uncle Buck is the one where John Candy kills it with a tennis racket.
No,
okay.
that's Black Sheep.
No.
They don't kill the bat
They
in Black
get
Sheep.
out of the.
They get it out of the house
out of
after
the
the house
cabin.
frickin' falls apart.
Is that
no,
what
that
it
was
was?
before it fell off.
I thought
but-
you took like a broomer.
Well, he.
He thought it was dead, and it came out or it came back to life,
They-
right?
I don't
David Spade threw his sheet over Chris Farley with the bat in the sheet, and he starts hitting him with the broom.
That's right.
But then they get it between like two broomsticks on a sheet and get it out the door.
Yes. So there it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Uncle Buck. That sounds familiar, but I haven't. John Candy used to make a lot of those, just funny one-off comedies. Same with anybody these days. But yeah, what? You're looking at me weird.
Yeah, I shaved your head so it looks nice.
You cut my hair.
I
You
got a
shaved my head.
haircut this week.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I got full-on trim about 3 hours ago.
It's nice. I love that trimmer.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I could cut his hair in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I had one. We just replaced this trimmer.
What are you laughing at?
No laughing.
What are you laughing at?
Well, I was gonna make a joke that
Versus
isn't
like
very
10
nice.
minutes.
There isn't much that for it to cut, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot easier to
Okay,
cut because there's
but-
less on top.
You've never touched Josh's head before.
What
okay?
the hell? Why would I?
I don't
His hair-
want him to.
His hair, from the time I've met him, has always been like ridiculously thick. All like, besides the top
I
of
have
his
a
head,
mushroom.
he has got thick hair around his whole entire head, besides the top of his head. And that's the way it's always been.
Mhm.
Okay.
It takes forever to get old clippers to clip because I would have to go up a little bit, tap it out, up a little bit, tap it out, and this
Yeah.
one just goes zzz, takes it right off.
It's very nice. Well,
It's
the other
very
one was
nice.
also 10 years old, Alex.
It was. You guys had the same beard trimmer. Or
We
same,
did.
Same trimmer. I would just use that for his
That
head.
Phillips Norelco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I just got rid of.
Yeah,
that
now we
one.
got this really nice one. Just
I
takes
don't
it right off.
even- I don't even use it.
No, because you have someone else cut your hair.
I do.
Your beard
And
even too.
Shape and trim my beard.
You should do beard oil if you're
I
gonna
know
grow
I
your beard
should,
out.
and I actually have some, but I haven't.
I do
used
too.
it.
I do too. I was thinking about trying it. It basically just greases your beard.
You
It
just
makes it
use
softer.
a little bit
and-
of coconut
Soft
oil.
needs it
Oh,
to be
coconut oil is-
softer. Yes.
I have
I think
realized.
Dollar Shave probably has beard
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
beard stuff.
Are you doing Dollar Shave Club?
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
only get blades every other month.
Same.
We
Alex
got-
and I
We
share blades
Yes.
every other month. I only go through. I only.
No, we don't
trim-
share blades.
We share a pack.
We share a
We get
pack.
2 each
I get
for
you.
2 months.
Yeah.
So
I just use the double blades.
we have the
We've
four.
got like is it
the
four?
blade. Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
We have the big kahuna.
I only have to shave like 2 inches of my neck, so I don't get crazy with the blades.
Well, I've got my pits and my
Yes.
legs.
She's got her
I know.
30
I mean, I don't know.
three
but
quarters of her
I
body.
He's like, I know. I
assume-
know how hairy you
I
are.
assume that's, you shave all the appropriate areas.
I'm just happy you don't shave your arms
That would just take a long time.
You know, that is a major turnoff for a lot of guys, I think.
Why would I shave
Not-
my arm?
Oh, hairy arms on a
Not
girl?
hair on the arms, but
Hair removed.
noticeable hair on the arms.
Oh, like dark hair.
Dark hair on the arms is, to me,
Gosh.
turn off.
You can't really do much about that, Alex. You don't. You don't.
I would have
Like, do
I
I
would have
have?
seen it by
Why
now.
would you care? It's Brett.
Is it bad?
No, it's not bad at all.
No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about
You're
the
really
black
self-conscious.
hair.
Just on
Like,
my
I've
arms.
seen women
Like
who
my
have
hair. Not as
darker
hairy,
arm
but-
hair than I do.
Oh, dark. As dark as
God,
me.
Josh,
As dark as me.
As dark as yours, but not as full as
Right.
yours.
Exactly. But girls, it's unfair too.
It is.
I mean, that's kind of sexist.
Yeah, very much.
But I mean, you have to have your specific what you like.
I don't care.
I'm also happy she does not shave
You're
her
a woman,
eyebrows.
though.
No, I don't shave my eyebrows. Oh, you mean like shave them completely off and
Completely
draw them?
off.
No, I can't stand the drawing of the eyebrows.
How? How is that a
You
thing?
Are a woman,
Yes,
meaning that you
I grew
being
myself.
interested in men are hairy.
Yes,
So therefore, it's
not
different.
all women like hairy men.
No.
it's true.
Actually.
My sister, I
She
believe,
doesn't?
does not like hairy men.
At the but at the same time, then it's okay for me to not to be less attracted to.
It's fine.
women
Yeah,
with
everybody
hair
has
on the
their
arms.
own.
Yeah, everyone has their
yeah.
specifics of what they like.
If
I'm
you
just
don't want a
saying,
girl with hairy arms, then you don't like a girl with hairy arms.
then that girl just doesn't get to be with you. I mean, whatever.
I don't like guys with mustaches. Josh can grow one, but I won't let him.
He's got one right now.
No, this isn't a mustache.
That's
This
that's
is-
darn
not a
close.
mustache. Hold on, let me feel it.
I just trimmed it.
Like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days he'll have to do it again.
I'll probably shave tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
For a thing. Well, no, I think
I
this
call
might
him
be
Mr.
okay.
Prickles.
If you
Yep.
can't, you don't have a complete beard if you don't have the mustache.
I'm not. What do you mean? Like,
This is a beard. That's a mustache.
No, a beard is the collection of all.
I don't know. I think
I disagree.
this is definitely just called the beard.
So what if you just have a mustache?
Then it's just a mustache.
Okay, but in order to have a beard, you have to have a beard and a mustache?
Look here. Yes,
I don't understand this.
All right, I'm looking up what is a beard.
a beard is a collection of all possible facial hair. I'm off
No.
my mic.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Mustache is just a
Nope.
mustache. Mustache and chin and their surrounding mouth is a goatee.
Okay.
A goatee is hair here on the chin.
No,
Guys.
that's a soul patch.
This is a soul patch. Goatee. I'm talking like here and here.
Well, there's
Chin.
there's
Soul patch
chin
right here,
goatees
right here.
and there's full goatees.
I have the answer right here.
Then say it.
Okay. A beard is a growth of hair on the chin and lower cheeks of a man's face.
Just completely omits the mustache.
Yes.
Well, that's so. What is a?
The Amish grow a beard, just a beard,
Just to be.
I used to grow well,
and it's called a beard. It's not called anything else.
What's a mustache?
We know what
mustache.
is.
What's a goatee?
Oh, that's a good
I
question.
just told you.
No.
No, we're looking it up.
What is a goatee?
There's two versions of the goatee.
There is, and I won't grow the one.
I used to. The first facial hair I grew was just a chin goatee.
It is a small, sometimes pointed beard. So,
Small, sometimes
That
pointed
doesn't even
beard.
make sense.
That
yeah, it
doesn't-
does. That makes
Hey, it
plenty
looks
of
like
sense.
your. Looks
That's
like
my
your beard.
goatee.
So once again, the mustache is just omitted. It's like you're not allowed to grow a mustache unless that's all you have is
Right,
just the mustache.
Exactly, and I won't grow just a mustache.
Yeah,
That's
me neither.
It's. I think it looks bad. Like
Josh.
It's
what? On me.
Oh.
I tried growing a mustache.
There are some men though, like there's some men out there that can grow like I like
Tom
if you're gonna,
Selleck.
if you're gonna
Tom Selleck
no,
has.
who's-
Sam Elliott.
Sam
that
Elliott.
guy, Sam Elliott.
That
Elliott.
guy.
That guy. he's got like the
So,
perfect mustache.
It depends on the era.
Yeah, because Sam Elliott, he's definitely one of those like old time cowboy like guys.
I mean, Tom Selleck has always had a mustache
yeah.
that I remember.
Wasn't his mustache insured?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
No, that was
Was that just a
Yes.
rumor?
Cesar Romero, wasn't it?
He wouldn't shave it because it's his signature. Yeah, you know what? I wonder because Dolly
That's
Parton has her breasts are insured. Rihanna's legs are insured.
something like that.
Why? What are you insuring?
You gotta
Beyonce's
whatever
butt
makes
is
you money.
insured.
Is it?
Yes.
Why? What?
Gotta want
If your okay, so if your butt deflates, what's happening? Are they replacing your ass?
you get a payout,
You get a payout pretty much.
and then you get to pay for
For-
plastic
who's
surgery.
paying?
The insurance
The
company.
insurance company.
You can
Okay.
get, you can get anything insured.
Yeah, you
So
can
I
get
can put a
anything
claim
insured.
on something, and if it gets removed, they'll replace it entirely.
They will pay you.
If you are paying them to protect anything of yours, then
An
yes,
asset.
an asset. You can get anything insured.
You need to
Okay.
move on.
No. I'm looking up Tom Selleck. I want to see if it is. Was Tom Selleck's mustache
Insured.
insured? It's actually a common question on Google.
Oops.
Oh, now it's gonna be flat, Alex.
Oh, it's empty.
It's
I know.
empty.
Gosh.
Oh, that was a joke.
Yes. 5 things you didn't know about Tom Selleck's mustache.
Are you
There's
gonna
a
read 'em?
fucking article about this.
Are you gonna read them?
No. Well, actually, maybe. His mustache was called a chevron, which
Okay.
is the style of the Chevron station, I guess. It's got its own Facebook page. Okay.
Okay.
It's got a YouTube tribute. Okay. It's not that manly, apparently. The art of the mustache, actually, the stash. I'm not going to read that. That's a long article. You own one. Apparently, you can own Tom Selleck's mustache as merchandise.
That's weird.
That
That's
is
weird.
ridiculous.
My dad used to have a mustache.
My
but
dad
this was
does.
In the early
Your dad has
90s.
always had a mustache.
Apparently, he shaved it off once, and my mom said never do that again. It's like me and my goatee.
You shaved the very first time you ever shaved your face completely.
Yeah.
You pulled up my senior year to pick me up from high school because I can still remember it. And I'm like,
Just
what
remove
the
all these
hell did
bottles
you
of
do? He looked like a 10-year-old picking me up from high school.
Yeah, that's what I just got called.
Why did you shave it off?
Just because. Good new look.
I just
Didn't
a
work.
month ago shaved my beard and got called a kid by someone at this table.
I think that men should have beards.
I agree.
Wow.
If you can't grow a beard, then it's like the guys that can't grow a beard, they look good without a beard. But the guys that have a beard,
Don't get rid of
they
them.
don't look good without their
Can
beard.
you imagine Shane without a beard now?
No,
Not
I
now.
can't.
I mean, I've seen him without a beard plenty of times.
No. Nope.
But holy cow, man. I
Nope.
don't think he could ever shave.
Nope.
If he shaves that off, I'm sure Ashley would be like,
he probably has
no.
baby face. Most
well,
men
you
that
know
have
you've seen Shane without a beard.
yeah, he's got a baby face.
I mean, it's
Why did you just say probably?
Because
Okay,
I
well,
grew
people
up
change.
with him. I remember what he looked like.
I mean, that was years ago. So,
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw him without one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen Rick grow a beard out.
I don't
He's
think he
had, like-
can. No, he's had a
He's
little
had like
bit.
he's been roughed up a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
probably about the same as mine, but his is lighter.
Yeah, you can't grow up here.
It's very
Right.
above the jawline. It's very
Faint.
Yeah.
thin,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mine quits pretty
but
much
it's
right
still
here.
more than a chin strap.
But I'll still get hair up here for some reason, like up here on
Yeah,
my
that's weird.
cheekbones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you men are weird.
I am a hairy dude. People thought I
you're-
was
I am a
Hungarian.
hairy dude.
No, you're a hairy dude. Let's move on, guys.
I'm probably hairier than you
Can we move on to genital names?
from the neck below.
You want to talk about dicks? And
No, I'm telling my train story.
I wanted to talk about genitals.
Let me tell my train story.
I don't care what we talk about.
It'll be fast.
Hey, we got somebody commenting actually.
Oh, that.
We've got the about the beards.
Okay.
Potential Problems Podcast Network. What's up, guys?
Hey,
A bunch of beardos.
bunch of
That's
beardos.
what they said. They must be a bunch of beardos.
Are they calling us?
Are we,
they
are we a
saying-
bunch of beard? Or we? Are they?
Are we?
Are they? Or is your podcast a bunch of beardos?
Are we gonna wait for that?
No, you guys get. You can talk about.
That's
your
gonna
trade
take
story.
about 20 seconds
no.
at
All
least.
right, tell my. I'm gonna tell. Okay, so I
There's a
go to
delay.
get my hair cut on Monday,
Yeah.
and I'm driving south, and I cross a few railroad tracks on the way there. So I come up to the first one, lights go on as the train's coming. I'm like, okay, no big deal. I haven't waited on a train in a long time, and it's going. So one. What's the first car in the train?
What? The
Fr-
freaking
The
engine?
one, if you get a long train, there could be 3 engines.
Oh, absolutely.
So there was one
didn't know that.
engine, and it was going super slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is going on here?
Were you stuck behind, like, on the crossing?
Where else
What?
would he be stuck?
Were you stopped?
Yeah. I was
Okay,
stopped.
I'm sorry, I missed that part.
So the lights came on, and we all stopped, and it's going super slow, and it keeps getting slower and slower. I'm like, it's gonna stop, and it stops, blocking the road.
No way.
I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked, and it only had like 5 cars. Like, what is it doing? So then it starts
backing up.
backing up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was only there probably less time than if it actually kept going with a lot of cars.
Right.
So go through. I'm like, okay, go get my haircut on the way back home. Get to the railroad tracks in New Haven.
Yeah.
And it's a long train and it's going slow.
Oh my God.
What is going on? So 2 different railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, so I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and it seems like it keeps slowing down.
Oh no.
There's no end in sight,
Oh man.
and it stops.
Uh.
So, and then this truck comes up on the wrong side, driving towards the train, and pulls off into this something. And this guy starts walking towards the tracks because where he parked his truck, where the tracks were, probably 20 yards or something.
Okay.
And the train is stopped. I don't know what he's doing, but then it picks up and starts going again. So I'm like, okay. Well, the arms then and the lights did not go up and did not stop flashing. So
What'd you do?
I sat there and I waited. Now, while this is going on, or I should say right after it gets through, but the lights aren't going up, people start turning around and going the other way.
I thought
and-
that's illegal.
It is.
Because that's like avoiding a stoplight, isn't it?
No.
No,
That's not a thing.
If you, I don't know.
The stoplight thing is, but doing that kind of a turn on a straightaway can be considered illegal, but I don't think you'll get in trouble for it.
Probably
Okay.
not. So then the lights don't go, or don't stop flashing. The arms don't go up, even though the train is through. So the very first vehicle is a semi. And I see, so the guy that parked his truck walks over to the semi and then walks away. The semi then goes around and through the arms.
No way.
And I'm like, what is
What?
going on? So then you got people going the opposite direction. They decide to start going. So then we have people behind me decide, hey, I'm not waiting. I'm getting up there and going. So it was just a cluster muck I'm like, where are the cops? Because there's going to be some kind of fender bender because people are too impatient
Where are the cops? He
to just wait. I
Yeah.
know it's a pain to have to wait on a train and then have to wait because the arms won't go
says.
up.
Nobody has patience.
But would you really rather get in a accident because you don't have 20 minutes to wait until something goes right? Because eventually something, I would assume, because we're right outside of New Haven, somebody's going to call a police station and say, hey, there's railroad tracks, the arms are down, there's no train, and it's just, and plus, it was rush hour. So
Oh yeah.
the line is backed up, and at some point it was going to back up into New Haven,
Oh,
you would think.
Oh my god.
goodness.
So somebody was going to have to
direct something.
direct some traffic,
Yeah. Yeah.
even if it's somebody from the railroad.
Somebody.
But I would never drive, even if I was up next, even, I wouldn't say never, but I would almost do anything except go
through?
around the
Yeah.
arms.
Mm-mm.
That's
Yeah.
just, plus you never know who's coming. It was only a 2-lane road.
Yeah.
You never know who's
It's a
coming the other
1v1.
way.
Yeah, I've seen those.
So it's just like, I don't know if I've ever been stopped a train that stopped in the middle of the intersection and it happened twice in one day.
Wow.
That's crazy.
See, that kind of stuff has happened plenty of times in my small town in South Dakota.
Yep.
But I've said it last week. If a train goes through and it stops and it's blocking all 4 roads to get out, you're stuck
There's nothing you
in
can do.
this town.
Sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, trains, as nice as they are, they can be a nuisance.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I've heard that happens in New Haven often.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But if I have to stop and wait on a train, it's not a big deal.
Well, Alex, when she drives to New Haven every day, they just made that one highway that goes over all those railroad tracks.
Mhm.
Apparently, that's new.
Yeah.
Like,
It was made right before we moved here.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's 5 years old, not like 6 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Like, I didn't
But
even
it was
know
made,
that.
If it wasn't for that, I'd have to go
All the way around.
down there,
Mhm.
all the way over here, through both train tracks, and then get to work.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
really hot in here.
Is it?
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
warm.
I can go get you guys some waters and turn off the heat real quick.
Weren't you supposed to do that before?
I'm sorry, I set up everything else in the podcast.
Guess who was listening?
What? What do you guys do when you set up?
Well, I don't do anything, but she was still getting ready way too late.
Yeah.
So
I've got a lot of hair.
I'm not gonna complain. I like it.
Oh,
I
she's
like.
got a lot of hair.
You have hair where it's necessary.
I do.
Yes.
Great clarification.
Yes.
Do you guys need me to do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Alex, you want to? What was the
Talk about
genitals?
I guess.
Genital names. So, anyways, this came up at work a few days ago because I've got a lot of girls at work that are pregnant right now.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a bunch of people at work that have little ones. And most of the people at work that have little ones their little ones are 5 and below. So they're still really young. And we were talking about this randomly came up. One of the people at work said, just wondering, and he had asked one of the other girls, what do you, she has like almost a 2-year-old. What do you tell your son his downstairs is? Like, do you tell him it's his penis? Just it came out of nowhere, but it stirred up this conversation. Everybody started weighing in like, oh, we call it this, we call it that. And I know that I didn't know if Leela had ever, if she was at that point where she was kind of wondering what she calls that thing. If you had that conversation.
Well, we didn't have that conversation, and honestly, I don't remember from when I was a kid.
I don't either.
You don't?
No.
So.
Oh, I remember what other kids called it.
Yeah, when I was younger, it was called like in your group of friends, like really young, it was called like your privates.
Yeah,
like that's what we call it, like your privates.
That's the standard name.
So, but there was a bunch of different names that were going around at work, and one of them was just the standard, like, all right, well, I have girls and boys, and I told them, hey, it's your penis, this is your vagina. When they asked, I'm like, okay, and we were just trying to have a conversation of, do you just tell them what it is? Or do you come up with some crazy name and then they just learn it later?
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, when I was growing up, I was pretty darn sure we were taught it was a penis and a vagina. Like, It was not something else, like your ding-a-ling or something.
No.
And so one of the funny names that came up, a lot of it was about penises, of course. So one lady at work has got 2 little boys, and she said her first son, who's older, she's like, I just straight up told him it's his penis, and and that's what he calls it. Well, her younger child doesn't call it it's his penis because he doesn't hear penis, he hears peanut, and she's like, for the love of God, it's just so damn cute, I can't correct her. She says the other day, like, I was disciplining him. He's like, Mom, you almost smacked my peanut. She's like, it's so difficult to keep a straight face.
Calling it a peanut. That's awesome.
So there's peanut, and then the guy that started the conversation had said he's got a lot of kids.
4 kids?
I think he's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And he's got I think he has 2 girls, 2 boys. So I was like, all right, well, what do you call the girls? He's like, well, we tell the girls it's their vagina. I'm like, okay, so what do you call the boys? Penis? He's like, no, it's their tally.
Tallywhacker.
And I was like, really? You're going to tell the girls it's their vagina, but you're going to tell the boys it's your tally. He's like, I don't know. It's just one day we're just like, quit playing with your tally.
Guys, boys aren't prepared for the real words when they're that age.
Would you rather have your son going around going like, quit grabbing at your penis? Or would you say, play with your ding dong?
Remember on Tommy Boy, quit playing with your dingy.
See, that's another word for it. It's another phrase.
Well, there's so many freaking names for a penis.
There are. Yeah.
So, like, when we have kids, do you
Remember
think that we're just
Varsity
going to go ahead and do
Blues?
it?
Of course, that was about an erection.
I hardly remember Varsity Blues.
There's in sex ed, they ask.
Oh, yeah, she's like, penis,
Vanderbeek.
penis, vagina.
They asked James Vanderbeek, what are some of the slang terms for the male erection? He just lists about 20 of them.
Oh my God.
When we have children, what are we going to teach them?
Probably the real thing.
I think it's going to be the real thing.
I mean, Alex and I, we ourselves were mature at a younger age, and we, as far as we know, towards each other anyway, and towards our relationship, we had a very mature relationship.
My mother was very straightforward and was like, "You have a vagina."
Yeah, and I think
my dad was more like,
well,
like, he was just very like,
"Hey, Alex,
don't say it.
Just say it. Just say the one word that'll make him blush."
Penis.
No, it was sex.
No, he's probably sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't say any of these words. He's probably actually just going, watching this episode right now.
Yeah, right.
Dad, I can say things like penis and sex.
I don't think that's a thing to brag about.
Congratulations.
No, it's just like if I were to ever say things like that, or ask him like, it's like, oh, Dad, I really need a tampon. Can you go buy me some tampons? He's like, here's $5. You go get it.
Yeah, I would.
First of all, tampons aren't $5.
Not anymore.
No.
No, they're like $7.24.
I'd say $5.97 actually.
It's oddly
Oh, it depends on what pack you get, but it's $7.24.
And the location.
And the location, yeah.
See, I'm not afraid to buy tampons.
I can't actually remember the last time I bought tampons. He buys them for me.
I do. I'm not afraid of that. How are guys? If you had a significant other, would you be afraid to purchase female products?
Maybe at first.
At first?
But,
yeah.
Once we're established, I don't think it'd be.
Yeah. Okay. First, you got to establish yourself as.
So if you're gonna, well, here's a tip for you, Brett. Since you're out in the dating world, don't ever be embarrassed to buy girls their feminine products. Or make them feel embarrassed, because that is a big no-no.
Why are they embarrassed? I'm the one buying it.
No, it's just like,
embarrassed about talking about any of that situation.
You guys don't, you obviously you know it happens, but it's just like this. It's
out of sight, out of mind for most guys.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of guys that are like, they don't want to go near you during it. Like, it's just like, ew, get away from me, you're bleeding, it's disgusting. And then you got Josh over here. Like, we used to get made fun of about it in 5th grade, 6th grade, through like almost high school. And you got like, I met Josh, and he's just like, there's one day I was like, I really need a tampon. He's like, oh yeah, I'll go get you one. I'm like, what? Like, he's like, no, I grew up with my sisters and stuff, no big deal. I'm like, it was like the biggest like brick off my chest. Like, it's not like embarrassing.
I guess what I don't understand is, it's not a surprise to you all. Why don't you buy it yourselves? Why don't you have them?
First of all, Alex doesn't like to go anywhere near a store that it has to deal with groceries or.
It's just like, if he's out and about, I'm like, hey, by the way, can you pick up a box of tampons for me?
Yeah, I even know the brand and the style.
Yeah, he knows exactly what I want.
You guys,
but we're together for so long.
Though.
No, we're an odd.
But I'm just saying, like,
couple.
You shouldn't be embarrassed to. It is a natural thing, and I don't think it's something that you need to make your woman feel like, ew, you're gross for those 5 to 7 days once a month.
That is the case.
We already feel gross. We're bloated. We're sweaty. We eat a whole bunch. We're breaking out. We're bleeding. The last thing we need is someone to go, ew, you're bleeding, and I don't want to buy you anything. No, Josh gets me chocolate, and he doesn't make fun of how much fast food I want to eat during that time.
She's putting me up on a shelf here.
He doesn't call me bloated, or he just goes, are you on your blue pills this week?
I'm surprised you don't just know.
I do.
Oh, he does know.
I know her schedule better
I'm
than
the one
her.
that takes birth control pills every day, and he's the one that is probably like, you started your blue pills today, didn't you?
All right, it's time for either or.
Interesting conversation.
I think the last time we played this was with Shane, right?
I don't know.
Was that July?
It's actually been a while.
It's been a few weeks. Now, this is a segment. Oh, Brett, you can explain either or. This is your segment. So,
basically, I came up with a list of either two very different things or two very similar things, and we all choose what and why.
Mm-hmm.
Although I cannot remember
where we left off.
We've got people watching on YouTube right now live.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Why don't you guys participate in this? And if you guys
won't be able to keep up.
No, you won't be able to keep up, but I can at least go back if there's something
any
interesting.
Comments?
There is, but it's something I'm going to wait until after either or.
Okay. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, see, this was one I think we did, but we'll rehash it. Even if does anybody have a writing pen?
Yeah, I can grab you one.
Just so that I can mark off when we're done.
You got a marker.
Okay.
So you can mark off.
I'm pretty sure we've done this one, but we're gonna do it again because it's Thanksgiving. Yeah. White gravy or brown gravy?
We have done this one, and I say depends on what your side is.
It depends. I have brown gravy on mashed potatoes, white on chicken.
Oh, hold on. Okay,
yeah.
I think I know where I am now.
Well, we haven't done this in a couple months, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be completely out of food. So that was your Thanksgiving special, right?
Just the gravy question.
Yours was depends on what your side is and what it is you're putting.
Putting it on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting it on mashed potatoes, it's got to be brown. I can go white.
I can go white, but that makes it too. It's already fluffy enough that you don't need white.
White is good on the turkey itself.
Oh.
Or chicken.
God, Thanksgiving can't come any faster.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow we have three breakfasts. Three
meals.
3 meals.
3 big meals. Yep. Yep. What the heck, Alex?
All right.
Are you
Brett,
still
either
lost, Brett?
A little bit.
Okay.
Just because I'm having deja vu. Like I'm swear.
Well,
because
you've also written them down yourself, so it's like
Yeah.
remembering.
Do you have
writing it
another
down.
page?
Yeah, but I think we're okay here.
Okay.
Well, maybe you guys will be able to tell me. Toast or bagel?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't think we've done this one. Ooh, man. Toast or bagel?
I'm gonna go. Ooh. My
That's-
main go-to would definitely have to be toast.
If they're sitting out in front of me and I had to choose, I'd say a bagel.
Depends on if the bagel's toasted.
Or if you're gonna you have a loaf of bread and you have bagels, you're gonna
Go
make
for a bagel.
breakfast.
Probably bagel
Bagel.
is better because it's a different flavor.
For one, it's gonna fill me up more, and for two, I just love loading it with cream cheese.
A bagel with cream cheese is definitely better, but
Mhm.
toast with butter is easier.
Peanut
It
butter.
is.
Peanut butter.
Ooh,
I mean,
actually, peanut butter on a bagel, peanut butter on toast. I mean, they're both great.
peanut butter on a bagel.
Oh yeah.
She make a noise.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. I gave her Benadryl again.
Oh
All
man,
right.
you'd like to knock our dog out. Put her to sleep.
Now I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, but we'll try.
Holy cow! I wonder if that went over the mic. That was a growl right there. Wow. Maybe we should put a mic on Layla.
Well, you got one over
We've
there.
got the.
Well, she might wake up when I move.
Okay.
No, we'll just keep going.
Original Xbox controller or PS2 controller? I don't think you guys can answer.
I
that.
like
wait.
Xbox.
Original Xbox or PS2?
Now, when I say I mean original Xbox.
Yeah, I know. I felt it. I felt an Xbox controller before.
I did too. I'm gonna say PS2.
I don't like-
actually.
Any PlayStation controller.
Like I don't prefer any PlayStation controller, but I've felt both of those, and the original Xbox is way
It's
too.
the Duke.
Yeah.
Well, there was one after the Duke that was a
I
little
remember
bit
it being smaller,
easier.
yeah.
It was the S they called it.
oh,
yeah.
well, I'm talking about big.
But you go back to the S now after you've had a 360 and then an Xbox
Dude.
One, it's almost unusable.
Even doing a 360 controller is almost unusable.
Yeah,
even
it hurts.
I
Right.
remember it. The change between the
Like,
two really
right
the-
here.
was
the
odd.
360 controller was like one of the most comfortable controllers ever made.
Yeah,
And then the Xbox One came out and it blows the 360 controller out of the water.
I didn't like.
My
I didn't
thumb,
like.
it was all right in the curve. Right here is where it would hurt
Yeah.
because you're like holding it like this.
I don't think I liked the transition, but
I
eventually.
did not like the transition from the 360 to the Xbox One.
I
And
didn't
then
know-
it got
love
better.
it now.
I knew that it was different. I didn't have a problem with the
Yeah.
one. It just took time getting used to.
But I will
It's
probably
so
never go back.
it's perfect. I don't know how much. Well, I mean that's what we said about 360, but I don't know like how much more perfect you can get.
So, question about the Xbox One controller. When you press one of the bumpers, how do you do it?
I only use pointer fingers.
The Xbox One.
So you
this
use
one.
the actual end of your finger?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about when it's on there? Yeah.
So let me show you what I do. So if I'm playing, I don't take my index fingers off the triggers. I use
Oh,
the,
you do
the
the-
knuckle. I use the knuckle.
Oh,
Let me try that.
that's a way to do that. I mean, I've probably done that.
It's less distance, and you're not taking your finger off the trigger.
You guys have big bulky fingers. I have to actually like move my damn finger from the trigger to the.
When I play Gears, sometimes I'll play like this when I'm running and I'm doing stuff. I'll actually put my hand on
actual
top.
joystick.
I will do that because you have to hold A to run and you have to move your stick. So I'm like, I'll do it like this because if I'm running, it's awkward. So I will actually lift because you're not shooting. You're not using any other button because you have to hold A to run on Gears.
I guess I've never. Really
So I will
thought
put
about
the
it.
middle finger on
I
the
think
A.
I changed my buttons because I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
Let me
A's
see.
always been run.
There is no way I do this.
Yeah, A's always
Let me
been
see.
run.
Because I think I know what you mean, and I think
Yeah, how do you
No,
turn your
there's no
your
way.
camera when you're
I
running?
think left is.
Yeah,
to
I
steer.
think he's wrong.
Left is.
Oh, right's
steering.
Yeah,
the
I
right's
think that
the
you're wrong.
That's to aim. Yeah.
But no, it's still it's still omnidirectional with both. But one of them is to move back and forth and side to side. One's
Yeah,
to strafe
and
and one's
one's-
to.
But when
Yeah.
you're roadie running, you only have to worry about left
Going-
controlling where you're going.
Yeah,
Then why do I do it?
because
See,
you're
we need
weird.
to play some Gears 3.
I do need to play some Gears 3, and I
See,
don't
I would with your trigger and button
Index,
and or what are these called?
bumpers.
Bumpers. Thank you. When you're with your trigger and your bumper theory here, I can't. My fingers are too small. Like I can't.
Alex concentrates on her thumbs more than
Like-
her pointers. Like the rest of it does the work.
I don't know. I just
Are you stabbing your
for
paws?
Me,
No.
It's less movement and you get the button pushed faster.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
In the same kind of thing, N64 controller or a GameCube controller.
Ooh. Well, I mean, considering N64 controller is like one of the worst controllers ever.
I think you have to do this to answer this in the context of when you were using them, not now, because they're both unusable in my mind.
Oh no, GameCube.
Well, yeah, that's
GameCube's
what I mean,
still
like-
usable.
To me, the GameCube is unusable because I never played GameCube.
No, and I don't think you'll ever
GameCube is
play it.
definitely still usable. I think it's a more confusing setup.
So
Oh,
think
it
about
is.
them in the prime of their life cycle.
I think GameCube. Now the 64
Yeah.
just looked cool, but it had three
Yeah, I remember.
holding thingies.
No controller, to my knowledge,
And
that
you
I ever used had actual
So-
handles.
Yeah. So
you held it like this.
it was wide.
like
It was
this.
wide and outward like this, and there was another thing in the middle. Alex, I'm gonna blow your mind right here.
What?
That middle joystick is the Nunchuck for the Wii.
It is.
Yeah, because it has that Z button on the trigger.
It is.
It is.
Wow.
So Nintendo went back.
Yeah, they did.
But they made it better.
Used up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the for Revenge, WCW NWO Revenge, that little stick is your special move.
Yep. I
So
remember.
you, as a kid,
Yes.
had to reach over
Yeah.
and use that and flick that stick just to do whatever move you want to do. Just
It wasn't a big deal though.
no, but I remember it being an issue when I first started playing.
DualShock Sticks just changed the way you used a video game controller.
Yeah. Like we've tried to go back to 007.
Can't.
It's so
Can't
bad.
do it.
Were you there that night? Yeah, you were, because you played Mario Party that night. You saw Rick trying to play 007.
No, I didn't.
I think he left actually.
No, 007 was before Mario Party.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Maybe you weren't there yet.
Rick wasn't even there. for
Yeah, he
that.
was.
Oh, for that other time.
We
Yeah,
played-
maybe
it
you
was
weren't
me,
there.
you, Shane, and Joe that played Mario Party.
And I think that
you're
was
talking
on the
about
Wii.
Yeah, you're talking about the
That was
other
on the
one.
Wii.
Okay,
too.
let's move on.
Wow, that was a
Um,
conversation not necessary.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. NES controller or SNES?
SNES.
Definitely.
Yes.
2 extra buttons.
You-
Well, 4 extra buttons because they had
The
shoulder buttons.
bumpers. Yes.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
The Super Nintendo
SNES and NES.
and the NES.
The NES, is that the
It's the brick.
the
Square.
brick?
Yeah. With the,
Okay, well, definitely the Super Nintendo one.
You want to know why I'm going to even put this up more on a pedestal? Because Nintendo brought that controller back too.
Yeah.
For the Wii.
Yeah.
Was the classic.
I mean, who wants to play with a freaking
some,
brick?
Some third-party companies have made it to where you can put. They've made. I don't even know how to say it.
Sleeves.
No, you can put games in them, and there's like a screen in the middle of it. The design.
Oh yeah.
Other companies have kind of piggybacked on the design.
Yeah.
Because it's so popular.
Absolutely, it is. And it's real simple. Directional pad and action pads.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you need.
Here's a switcheroo.
Go ahead.
Ace Ventura or Harry Christmas as far as a comedic figure.
Oh my
Wait.
goodness.
Ace Ventura, who
Or Harry Christmas.
as a comedic figure?
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
The character.
Ace
Itself.
Ventura.
I think he's
I'd
funnier.
say Ace. Yeah. Oh, we just watched both of them.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're on Hulu.
So we've been quoting it all week, just
When
like
I-
yummy.
When I moved into my apartment, I didn't have internet yet. So before I left wherever I was, I downloaded like 5 movies
Mm-hmm.
to my iPad. And the first one I watched in my new apartment was Dumb and Dumber.
Jim Carrey's just comedy gold. We've said this plenty of times on the podcast. He absolutely is.
All right, what's next, Brett?
Fletcher Reed or Stanley Ipkiss?
Fletcher Reed.
Fletcher Reed.
Stanley.
Mr. Reed. Mr.
Yeah, why would I even be thinking about this? Yeah, it's definitely Fletcher. Yeah.
You
And
know-
he's had some weird names
Yeah.
in all of his movies.
Who the heck is named Fletcher?
Fletcher Reed, it absolutely sounds like a rich lawyer name.
It does.
Fletcher?
Fletcher.
That's not even like a... Who names their kid Fletcher?
It's not a common name, but it's
Is it a
definitely
name?
not- I wouldn't
Yeah.
say
Oh,
it's
yeah, it is.
super rare.
It's a ridiculous... I'm sorry, people out there who are named Fletcher, if I'm offending you right now. I'm sorry. Please go change your name.
Oh my gosh, they're really. Oh wow, there's.
Fletcher. That sounds like a flatulence term. I fletched all over. Doesn't it? I mean... Alex, you want to weigh in on that?
I was just.
Stop reading about names on Google right now.
I was looking at Fletcher.
I'm moving on.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. Tommy Boy or Black Sheep?
Tommy Boy.
Tommy
So,
Boy.
I'm going to say Black Sheep, and here's why.
It's underrated.
It is very
Very underrated.
And there is some...
Lives in the shadow.
It's a little more adult than
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
But there's some stuff in there that people just forget about because Tommy Boy overshadows it.
Oh, yeah, it
But
does.
there's this scene where he's trying to staple posters to a tree. He staples his hand.
Yes.
He just...
I loved Chris Farley back then.
Oh.
Well, Chris Farley in general.
And, there's a couple different instances. Like he's putting these people's groceries in their trunk, and he closes the lids, and he gets his tie.
That's right at the beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit in, but it's after David Spade's character he's supposed to be babysitting him.
Yeah.
But under the guise of working on the campaign.
Yeah, and he has all the buttons, so he has sparks flying all over. See, that one I just think lives in the shadow of Tommy Boy,
It does.
just because it has more
and that's
slapstick.
got Tim Matheson is his
Yeah.
older brother.
Yeah. Yep. He's just laughing about it.
At the very beginning, he's driving that van with the loudspeaker,
Mm-hmm.
and these dogs start following him.
Yeah.
Dogs, I want you to go home. Get off my bumper!
What
Now
is
I
it
wanna
he had?
watch it.
What
No,
is
no.
it he had? Why were they attracted to it? Why are you? Jesus, we lost Brett.
I don't know, but it was still funny. I don't know why they're following him.
Does anyone remember why he was
I
being
don't
followed?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
One more.
One more.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's about time to head out too.
Eminem or Dr. Dre?
Eminem.
Ooh. I don't know. I mean, Eminem is the rap god.
Here's the thing. Eminem is going to go down as the best rapper of all time.
Yeah. I mean,
And
who could top him? Who could top him?
I mean, rap is not even a thing anymore. It's different from
it's
what it
been-
used to
very
be.
different.
It's disintegrated into different forms
It's
of
just
rap.
it's kind of the way that rock is. Rock
Oh.
has like there's rock and then there's like
Alternative rock,
alternative, classic,
pop rock.
pop,
Mhm.
grunge,
New metal.
new metal,
Yeah.
like so. And then there's rap.
And then there's mumble rap. And then there's all-star
If
rap.
you talk
There's-
about the best
I'm probably not even naming the right
single name rappers, what even when I say single name, that was them by
stuff.
themselves.
The Mount Rushmore of rappers.
You got, you probably definitely Eminem,
Yeah.
probably Snoop Dogg, probably
Mhm.
Dr. Dre, but I think
Tupac.
he's
Tupac.
probably done. Dr. Dre's done more in producing
Mhm.
Mhm.
than he did as a performer.
But when he performed, all of his stuff is great.
Yeah, but and you also have the groups like Run DMC
Mhm.
and Straight Outta Compton. That's
Uh,
not what
that's-
they were called.
No.
What were they called? NWA.
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 Thank you. My gosh. But that was also Dr. Dre.
He was in it, and Ice Cube was in it. I think Ice Cube did stuff by himself.
He did. Yeah. I think
But-
Ice Cube was the first artist to go off.
His film career has far surpassed his music career.
Speaking of Ice Cube's film career, all the Fridays are coming to Netflix next month.
Are they?
All three.
That's cool.
We haven't seen the third one yet, have we?
I have not heard anything good about the third one. Not to say that it's bad. I've never heard anything about it.
You never have.
I think it. I don't know if it went straight to.
No, it went to
DVD or not.
theaters.
But anyway, Eminem, just when you listen to his stuff,
He's great.
The talent alone
Yeah.
is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And
He.
the fact that he was, not to get all racial, but he was a white man in what was considered a
A
black
dominant
person's
African American
industry.
community. Yes, specifically
It's
in
very
their
hard
industry.
very hard to get your face out there.
And to
Well,
be,
not for him.
and to
anymore.
be the best one doing it is just, it's amazing.
The records he has broken.
Yeah.
Like Rap God, what is it? Most words in 3 minutes
Isn't
or
that
something.
the one your brother knows?
He
Yeah.
can,
by
he can
heart?
do.
He can do a lot of.
I remember
talented.
when,
He's talented.
when the real Slim Shady came out.
That song was everywhere.
I waited by the radio for it to come on
Yes.
so I could
Absolutely.
hit record.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. So Eminem, top rapper of all time. I'm sure people have opinions as far as why Dr. Dre could be better. I mean, he discovered Eminem.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg has a lot gin and juice. You know, I can't even think of
Drop
all
it like it's hot.
Yes,
I mean, that's
he
a big
just,
one.
He just has a lot, and it's funny because they all kind of have worked together at some point. You know, so
have you ever do you ever want to see Straight Outta Compton?
I would watch it. Sure.
That's a good movie. Alex and I were enjoying every minute of it. It's very the way that they portrayed Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. They even have, I think they had Snoop Dogg in there. They had Tupac in there. A portrayal of Tupac and Snoop Dogg in there.
See, and we didn't even talk about Notorious B.I.G.
No.
But he's one of them, both of which are not with us anymore. I am not
Biz
real
Markie.
familiar with Tupac.
Me
and
neither.
all of his hits.
But I know that he
wasn't very old when he died.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time pretty much. He didn't get enough out there, I'd say.
Right.
What, you got some comments, Alex?
Read him.
Snoop Dogg's coming to South Bend in 19.
Interesting.
He's an interesting character because I would say just his pop culture
He seems like a guy I'd like to hang out with.
is much more than his rap performance.
Yeah,
presence.
like he seems like he's a character.
He's a game show host for TBS.
Is he really?
He does a show called Joker's Wild or something.
That's interesting.
You know?
He just
And
seems like that's Snoop Dogg. Like
he what did he do? He did those voiceovers with the animals for YouTube or something.
Animals.
He's like narrating in a nature show, and it's supposedly.
oh my gosh, I think I know what you're
hilarious.
talking
I've
about.
never heard of this. I've never heard of this.
I know what you're talking about.
There was one other thing I wanted to mention about him. Oh, he's also signing other artists like Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's and Lil Dicky. He's gonna be one of he's a good comedic rapper.
He's another
And
one that's up and coming.
He can hit
Yeah.
those words like Eminem can. Like he
Yeah.
can rap pretty fast. Where it's like
He's a
oof.
different type of rapper though,
Yeah.
and he has a song about.
We gotta
that,
get
so.
out of here.
We do, Alex. Let's talk
Yeah.
about your Twitch real quick. Just a real quick rundown. I know we already discussed it a little bit, but
All right. Well, hey, if you would, I'll say it again. If you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Q_Kitty. That's KUTEKITTI. Stream Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you throw me a follow, I will throw you a shout out live during those times.
yes. And
We have lots of fun.
Brett, we need to play some Overcooked.
Or Gears of War Horde.
I like playing Gears of War Horde.
You don't like
Yeah.
Overcooked? What's wrong
I
with
do,
Overcooked?
but
I
it's
do, but
frustrating.
It can be less fun.
That's what I
when
mean. Like when we have
Gears
to
is
over and
always
over
fun.
do it.
Gears is always fun.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you might actually get to contribute on Wave 50.
If we make it to that point again.
You're really funny right now, aren't you?
That was a shot. I took a shot.
But over the weekend we played some Halo. Alex has been getting some major followage and some hosting. Like you're getting some people.
Halo is where it's at, and it's funny because I was telling you that just shows you how good of a game Halo is. You could still go back and watch people play it because it's such a great game.
It is. You can see the talent that Alex's RGTs, random grenade throws.
I'm also the sticky queen.
She's. I don't want to put you on a pedestal, but you are freaking
Wait a
great
minute.
at those
Wait
throws.
a minute. The sticky queen.
Oh my God, Brett! Time to go. Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
That could mean so many things.
It could. Let's let the audience interpret.
Okay,
that.
well, it means a sticky grenade, Brett. You know, I throw it, it sticks, and you go boom.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, without further ado, it is time to plug it in. If you are listening to or watching us, I want to thank you guys very much for joining us, especially live on YouTube and listening to our episodes. The plays, the watches, everything. Thank you very much. If you want to find us on any audio platform, seriously, Google us. Our big ones are Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker. I'm drawing a blank here. Radio Public,
Podcast.
iHeartRadio. That's a big one. What?
Did you already say podcast addict?
I think I did. So check us out live on YouTube every Wednesday at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing our episodes on there now. From now on, we had a little bit of a goof, but I'm going to have to figure out how to get some stuff taken off this phone for us to keep going live. If you want to catch us on social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is at PTOUnlimited. You can catch us live on those platforms every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. where we do our pre-cast meeting, which is before the podcast. You can join us on those social media apps, give us topics, talk about, see what we have planned for the show, and there might be other things that we do on there. Just have to find out. Just join us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter on Wednesday at 7:30. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am at Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
Any
All right.
final comments?
I don't think so.
On
I
YouTube.
meant on YouTube.
Oh. Paige would like to know, has Brett heard Alice's Restaurant?
Huh?
Oh, that's on tomorrow, isn't it? No,
Yeah,
it's
it
Friday.
is.
That's Friday.
What?
Alice's Restaurant.
Is that Thanksgiving or is that
That's Thanksgiving.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
it's a song?
It's
like
like
a
a
12-minute
song story that they play every day, or not every day, every Thanksgiving here
Who does?
locally.
The radio.
I think it's 97.3.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I know
what
they've
that
been
is.
playing it for
I think it's at
for
noon, isn't
years.
it?
It's a very yeah, I think it's at noon. It's a very interesting. If you are gonna be able to listen to the radio around noon, go to that station. It's just been a tradition to just turn it on and listen to it. It's
Yeah.
a very fun song. It tells a fun story for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I don't remember it very much. I just remember the choruses. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
On a final note, y'all are headed out tonight, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Happy birthday, Josh.
No
Thank you.
offense to you as it is your birthday, or Rick as it is his birthday, but you couldn't pay me to go to a bar tonight.
Why?
Tonight is
It's
one
the
of the
busiest
busiest
night.
bar nights of the year.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've never experienced the night
I
before
don't yeah,
Thanksgiving.
it's like I don't think we've ever gone out.
I think it's time to.
What do you mean? It's a busy bar. There's
Yeah.
nothing to experience except that it's a busy bar.
We've never been able to say, "Hey, we're gonna go out."
I am curious as to who I might run into. Like there might be
Yeah.
someone
Do you know
out.
why it's busy?
It's
because
college
everybody's in
coming back.
town.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wayne is in town,
Bunch of kids.
and we're gonna go drink with Wayne.
Well, Wayne's not a kid, but
I know. I don't want to say I'm not doing too much drinking. I'm probably gonna have one or two, but I'm not about to ruin my Thanksgiving by getting
you
drunk.
listen to that? She says a
And
couple.
You say that now.
I am not. Josh, do not let me get drunk because I will hurt you tomorrow.
On my birthday, no,
I
you
will
won't.
throw up all my Thanksgiving
No, you
dinner
won't.
all over
will
you.
Love it as it's hangover food.
No, I
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
Nope. I want to be.
Do you
able
have a
to-
final note?
To have,
That was
have
my
it.
final note. That you couldn't pay me to go to a bar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
yes,
if I
it
did?
was. I'm sorry.
I would say no thanks.
All right, guys. I think it's time we got out of here. All you do is just hit stop on
Yeah,
there, Brett.
that's
So
y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Watch football. If you go shopping on Thursday or Friday, be nice to the retail people.
please. Oh my
Please.
God. Yes, please. Yes. Also, do not feed your animals any Thanksgiving meals.
Thank you for
Any.
saying that. Thank you for saying that.
Any.
Nothing.
I can't stress this enough. I mean, it
Nothing.
doesn't matter if you feed your animal this kind of stuff all the time. The vets don't need this BS. Stop doing it.
I think we probably fed my outdoor dog stuff all the time,
Don't do it
and she lived to be 14.
unless you want to pay for a couple $1,000 surgery to get that crap removed from their stomach or their intestines. Don't do it.
But she didn't need it. Is my point.
I don't know. I can't
It's a
contribute
PSA.
to that.
Yes, I know.
But my grandmother feeds her cats, outdoor cats, scraps from the table all the time too. But
Okay, but their bodies are used to it.
yeah,
Versus if you feed your dog food every day and then you give it some freaking ham and turkey and a whole bunch of other stuff, it's gonna
Alex.
get pancreatitis and
what do you feed
throw
your
up.
dog?
what do you feed your dog? I don't know. Dog food.
He's
miserable.
It's a wonder he's still alive.
I don't think he
Sorry.
said that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
Did he?
he does.
He is miserable.
Oh, he did that. I remember
And then
that
he
part.
says it's a wonder he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when he says that. You don't hit anything.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Good
y'all.
Thanksgiving. Be safe tonight and tomorrow and through the weekend.
all
Bye.
times. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.